month of June means state budget time in Pennsylvania. What priorities formed the basis for the plan that was recently passed by the House? Let's spend 5 minutes on the budget with State Representative Marty Causer. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How did the House Republican budget plan, and that was recently passed out of the House, how did that plan differ with what the governor originally proposed back, I guess it was in early March or April?
Well, the plan sticks with the original spending that the governor had proposed, the original spending number of $27.3 billion. However, we did reshuffle, so to speak, some of the funding that the governor had proposed. For example, we provide additional funds for education, specifically public education and higher education institutions in the Commonwealth.
So I guess if there's additional money for education, that has to be coming from somewhere if you kept that spend number the same. And where does that money come from?
Right. We reduced funding to the Department of Public Welfare, and that was something that I think was very important to do. Governor Corbett had proposed to increase funding in that department by over $300 million, and so we reduced funding to welfare and shifted those dollars to education and to hospitals.
Now, just because money was removed from the welfare budget proposal that the governor put forth, what does that mean in terms of services that people are, expecting to have for themselves?
Well, that's an important point because, welfare is a big department and includes many different things. What we're going after is the waste, fraud, and abuse in the department. And, Auditor General Jack Wagner has identified, significant areas in there that we can rid out that waste, fraud, and abuse. And former Governor Rendell even admitted to an error rate of at least 4% in the department. So we're really getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse in the department so that we can save revenue there and still provide vital services to people who really need them.
Okay. The Commonwealth will end the year with more money than anticipated at this point, as about $500 million, a little slightly more than that. Some lawmakers are calling for that money to be spent. What's your thought on that idea?
Well, a lot of people are calling it a surplus, and I really don't believe that it's a surplus. When you look at many months of deficits, and then you finally have 2 months where you have additional revenue, it's basically 2 months of revenue overestimate. And I think we have to move forward in a careful and cautious manner rather than just looking at 2 months worth of additional revenue. I have said that I am open to considering spending additional revenue in some areas if it looks like it's going to be sustainable in the long term, but I think we have to move forward in a real cautious manner.
And plus there are some things out there that are on the horizon that could be more money that needs to be spent. Can you talk about some of those larger items?
Well, we have some real liabilities hanging out there, specifically what we owe the federal government for unemployment compensation, some other areas like a lawsuit that we know is hanging out with the medical malpractice issue. And so, we should not be spending every dollar that we have. We've overspent for many years, and just because we have some additional revenue coming in, we should not rush out to spend it. And some here in Harrisburg want to do exactly that, but it's not the time to do that. We have to live within our means, and we need a fiscally responsible state budget.
So while we're hoping those 2 months of improvement are continue, we just don't know that. It's just too short of a time period to really say that the economy has turned itself around.
Right. It's certainly positive news, but we have to be careful how we move forward, and that's what we're looking at right now and trying to determine how to do that. But we need a fiscally responsible state budget and one that does not spend every dollar that we're bringing in.
And then finally, what steps remain in the process of passing the state budget at this point?
Well, the budget bill right now has moved to the state Senate, and that's certainly a good first step. It currently sits in the state Senate. There are ongoing meetings between the governor's office, the House leadership, and Senate leadership, and when a final agreement is made, it will ultimately be amended in the Senate and sent back to the House of Representatives. So the process is moving forward, and I believe that we're making progress, but we've got a little ways to go yet.
Okay, well, hang in there and keep working for the taxpayers.
Thank you very much.
And if you have comments or questions about this or any other legislative topic, Representative Causer's contact information will be on the screen in just a few seconds. I'm Laurie Bull. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with State Representative Marty Causer.